Hey guys, this is Texas 22 Jack here. Today I'm going to be testing out three different bipods. I got the Harris with the rubber feet. I got the MDT Ckye-Pod with the spike feet. And then I'm going to install the rubber feet on this one. And then I have a scope mate. So we're just going to look through the scope to see what it looks like, what recoil looks like between these three different types of bipod setups. So stay tuned. Pretty solid. And pretty solid too. Now this is the Ckye-Pod. I installed the rubber feet on it. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be as solid, but we'll see because the spike was digging into the ground and that helped absorb the recoil a lot better. All right. So I mean they're pretty similar. I think because shooting off the ground is a little bit more stable, but I'm gonna try it in a smooth surface and see if we could tell a difference. This next test is going to be in a smooth-ish surface, so it's not going to be on this wood, but this metal part. I mean, there's still friction in it. It's not perfectly smooth, but so we're going to test this out. Again, the test is going to be with the MDT with the spike feet, MDT with the rubber feet, and also the Harris with the rubber feet, and see what we can see as far as recoil through the scope. All right, so for this test, I'm just going to be shooting at the dirt. My point of it is just to see what the recoil looks like. Yeah, so let's go for it. I think the smooth surface probably has a little bit more recoil, for sure. All right, this is good old Mr. Harris, trusty Harris I've had for a long time. This is with the rubber feet on a smooth-ish surface. And now this is the MDT Ckye-Pod with the spike feet. I'm going to assume this will probably have a little bit more recoil because spike feet and metal spike feet and the smooth surface. I'm not sure. Probably doesn't have as much friction, but we'll see. I might be wrong. I mean, that one was definitely a little bit more bouncy. You can see where my reticle ended up at versus the other ones. Like the reticle was closer to where I shot, but this one bounced more. So I think the rubber feet is the way to go if I'm going to shoot. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to analyze these results when I get home. But so far, my conclusion is probably the rubber feet has more versatility as far as shooting in smooth surfaces and the ground. The spike feet definitely helps dig into the ground, but if I'm shooting in smooth surfaces, I don't know, maybe the spike feet is not the way to go. But so far, that's my preliminary conclusion. But I'm gonna go home and analyze this video and give a better conclusion. Guys, so after looking at the results, so you saw on the first one in the ground that the spike feet was digging in the ground, so that thing was super stable. And then I shot the Harris bipod with the rubber feet, and then I installed the rubber feet on the MDT Ckye-Pod. And man, the ground is definitely the most solid surface to shoot off of. And then when we switched to the to the smooth surface, which was a steel surface. I said wood in the video, but it's actually steel. So the first one was the MDT rubber feet, and you can saw that it had more bounce. The reticle went up by a lot. I think, yeah, it went up by like a mil or a mil and a half or something like that. But you can go back and check the video. And then when I put the Harris in, Harris actually was like pretty solid. I was just surprised. I mean, it's probably not as cool as the Ckye-Pod, but like as far as stability, you're not losing much. Because when we shot the Harris on that smooth surface on the metal part, like it was, I mean, it pretty much outperformed the Ckye-Pod. My point of aim was after recoil. My point of aim was very close to the target, way closer than the Ckye-Pod was. And then the last shot was with the Ckye-Pod with the spike feet, and that thing was bouncy, which you would expect from a steel to steel contact. So that was pretty bouncy. So I think for me, I definitely like the Ckye-Pod better than the Harris. But like if you're just running a Harris, I don't think you're losing any much stability as far as like recoil management wise when you're in prone. And you're saving hundreds of dollars, so I don't think you're missing out on anything as far as stability. Of course, with the Ckye-Pod, you can do more with it and extend it, and but stability wise, I think like it's the recoil on the Harris, or the Harris, like on one of those tests, it outperformed the Ckye-Pod. So it should tell you a lot. In the smooth surface, the Harris outperformed the Ckye-Pod.